I'm based at Lesotho congregation.
Okay.
Yeah. Currently, I'm working as a data clerk based at National Reference Lab where we are. As URC, what we do is to focus on virus, which is HIV virus. We receive blood samples from clinics, test them, keep the records, then give feedback to individual patients, and yeah.
Chasing the fields, summer's on the way, summer's shining now, don't hide away.
I teach languages, I teach English language, and I teach French. The name of the school is called the Rebbe English Medium School in Lesotho, in the northern part. We have around 1,200 kids in this school, yes. I worship at Abia Church of Christ. I've been the main leader of the church in the past 3 years when Brother Adonsi was at school in Swaziland. And then thereafter I started the 2X, the one at the university. And I've always been working here at the Rebbe English Medium School for the past 4 years. Yes. And when I came back, I implemented that knowledge. And people were surprised. What is it that you're doing? Why do you do it like this? And I said, this is the new knowledge that I'm bringing in from where I come from. And today, more than 10 years later, my colleague who has done a Greek is doing that as a new knowledge to him. And that is what I've been doing ever since 10 years back when I was in ACC.
Slow it all down. Look around you now at the sundown. Lighter than before. Sit back, eyes wide. It's shining right.
I work with this congregation as a preacher here. We are a membership of 22 adults and about 30 children. Yeah, we have orphans in this area. So my main duty here is to preach the word of God, to evangelize. And we have a project, we have a field there where we are doing agriculture. So my primary purpose again here is to plant plants, yeah, and selling them as well. There's no water in this area. In fact, it's kind of like a neglected village. There's no water, there's no electricity. If you can look at some surrounding villages, they have water. In this area, we don't have water. So as a church, we found it as a concern that there's need of water in this area. And through the Partners of Africa, now we are now drilling the borehole so that we can supply the whole community. So usually what I do during the Bible classes, I do the group counseling, yeah, whereby everyone will share, even testimonies. We do that during the Bible class, and people have seen the glory of God through the knowledge that I acquired at African Christian College.
We were asked by the missionaries to come down and help them with the work here in Masir. When I was working with the church, then there was something that really I was lacking in me. When the church was growing and people wanted to know more, then I found that no, I'm not really giving them what they need adequately. Then that's why I thought that no, let me go and further my education so that when I come back, then I'll be able to be equipped to work with the church and be able to answer the questions that we're asking. When I come back, then I will do something with my business so that I can be able to support myself. because I think in the past anyway, I was more relying on the church to support us. The best memory I think is when, because when I got there the first year, the second year, I think it was in the second year, then there's a girl that came to the school, and then anyway when I saw it that something happened, then anyway I think that was a great excitement. Then my greatest excitement, it was when I proposed the love to her, then she accepted my proposal, and so academically the ACC is doing this. It has grown in well, and I pray that God will be with ACC and make it what grow from where it is not to do. Yeah.
It is our will, our wish and desire that wherever we are, we may serve the Lord in whichever way, in whatever we are given to do, just to humble do it for the sake of bringing glory to God. And my question was, why not girls? Why not girls to come here? Where do you think these preachers will get their wives from? So I'm the first girl who went 2 months in Bible school, and after me everything just changed. I realized that it doesn't matter the color of your skin or which country you come from, but there was that bond, you know, that family bond of knowing that we all belong to God. But really we were preaching and we were living the life that we wanted to please the Lord. And then we came to Lesotho with my husband, and I had my sister who was always saying, what were you thinking when coming here? What was wrong with you? But I looked at her, in my heart I was like, it's not about the country, it's about getting married to the person who loves you for who you are. And it doesn't matter where he comes from, but I knew that he loved the Lord, and I knew that that's what I wanted most. And it was easier for me to see that picture because before I met him, I had to be married to the royal family in Swaziland, and I said no, because I didn't want to be married to the royal. I knew that my husband is the son of the King of Kings. So that is why I chose to marry him. But it was not my wisdom. I always look back and look at the farms where I was promised to rule over, and I say this was not a wisdom from anybody but from the Lord. There was a time when there was a lecturer, I don't remember his name, so my husband, when he came back, he said part of the lecturer at ACC when you went there, it was based on you have to finish what you've started. So he came back with that and told me that, you know what, Agnes, we need to go back to ACC. Something is happening. I don't know how to explain, but something is really happening. That reminded me when we left Mokhotlong, it was not easy for us to come to Maseru because I like life in the rural areas. But there was a song which we used to sing with my husband, saying, where he leads me, I will follow. So when things get tough, I used to think of that song and I said, where God leads us, I will follow. So that's why I said yes for ACC. We willingly we went there. But when I got there, it was unbelievable. And what edified me more is because it's something that money cannot buy. It's a treasure to be at ACC and learn about the Word of God, you know, day in and day out. Forget about everything, just study the Bible. Not only the Bible, but how to live a life which is pleasing to God.